Hi there, it's Joe, and this is Square XO episode 6. I'm here once again with Dan.
Hi there, guys.
And welcome. I hope you enjoyed the last 5 episodes so far. You might be able to tell I've got a bit of a cold today, so if my voice is a bit croaky, that's why. But hey, maybe it adds a difference to the podcast.
Joe
Makes this
too.
one a little different. So yeah, before we start, let's go through all the things we usually go through. To follow us on SquareXO_. No, I've got it wrong, see? That's just all wrong. Follow us on twitter.com/ No. Follow us on twitter.com /Square_XO. Got it right eventually. YouTube.com/JoeAndersonWater. SquareXO.co.uk. And then I've missed. I don't know if I've missed anything. Like and subscribe on iTunes. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Get that out of the way so we can start our episode of Square XO now. Yay! So how are you, Dan? How are you?
I'm good. I'm not suffering from a cold. Thank you very much. I'm feeling great. Had a busy day, but excited to be chatting on the podcast with you about what's been going on in, well, I was going to say in the world of PlayStation, but more in the world of video games this week.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet maybe in the world of PlayStation, but there is plenty to talk about. There was some snow, actually. Did you get snow where you are?
We got about an inch. It lasted an hour or so. Yeah, not really.
It was so funny because there was this snow. It started, I don't know what time it started, maybe about 6 o'clock at night. And then about 6:05, we got a text saying, oh, the school might be cancelled tomorrow. And then about 8 o'clock it had stopped. And then the next day it was all away.
Yeah, schools just fall. Well, this country falls apart as soon as there's any snow.
There's basically about 2 millimeters on the floor, and everybody's going, "Oh no, the trains have stopped. How am I going to get home?"
Yeah, crazy.
Like, come on, get up. Oh, and speaking of snow, this takes us nicely into the gaming news because the Ice White PlayStation 4 is coming out. I know. I was thinking about that when I started talking about snow. That's coming out on January 20, I think. I can't remember, but it's coming out this month, and it's a pity. It was quite nice actually. I don't have a slim PS4. Do you have a slim PS4?
No, I've got a Pro.
Yeah,
like
I've got
you.
a Pro,
Yeah.
but it makes you wonder if they'll release a white Pro, doesn't it?
I think they will. I think eventually, although, like I've said before, I think my PlayStation's shut away in a sideboard. So whether it's white or black, I don't know whether I care really, but I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for different coloured ones.
Yeah, the pink one. Didn't they do a pink one at one point?
I think there was a pink PS2. There was definitely a pink Nintendo 3DS.
That's funny.
But I don't know. I like my coloured DualShocks.
I still like my anniversary PlayStation 4. It's not opened, it just sits in a box, but I still like it.
Yeah, mine too. Although I did get it out of the box the other day because I was just going through some old stuff. It saw some daylight for about 5 minutes.
Although I ripped the box, which is really annoying. Now the outer sleeve, the 20th anniversary
the
outer
white
sleeve.
bit.
Yeah, I've got a little tear on the back of it.
Is that by putting the black bit back inside?
Yeah. It just tore a little bit. It's not that bad, but it's still a bit annoying. It's that's terrible.
When was that? That was 20 years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So how long ago was that now? 3 years?
I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder what they're going to do for 25
really had it
years.
That long?
Yeah, I think we have. I think it's been a while.
It was a nightmare to get hold of as well. I remember that much. I don't know how I managed to get it. It's a mystery.
Just luck. Yeah.
Did you go to London to get it?
No. I did it. Remember Game ran that competition where every day they'd give a clue. I think it was on their Twitter.
That's how I got it. So
who did you get it on?
Oh, I don't remember.
Mine was Parappa the Rapper. I'll never forget that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, fair enough.
My memory's not the greatest today.
Well, you got man flu.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're babbling a bit. Well, I don't know if this is very interesting for people to listen to us boasting that we've got anniversary PS4s or not.
Oh, well.
If they're still listening.
Who cares? Hey! Right, anyway. Let's not say that. Okay. Right, what we'll talk about news.
So gaming news, Ice White PS4.
White. Right, there's not really been anything that interesting actually. This week gaming news, probably the most interesting thing was the Nintendo Switch stuff, obviously,
yes.
Which could be interesting. I don't know what you think. I said all along the price would be $199 to $250, so I wasn't far away. What is it, $280?
Yeah, $279.
Yes, I think that's a bit expensive personally.
I was hoping it would be sub 200, at least sub 250. I think I even said on here I wouldn't buy one if it wasn't. But
and then it's £60 for Zelda, so you're talking to $330, because who's not going to get Zelda at launch?
Yeah.
So,
well, I've pre-ordered it. I've pre-ordered a Switch and the limited edition version of Zelda. Yeah. So I was just a sucker. I just fell straight into it.
Limited edition could be good. I quite like it, especially when it's only £30 more.
It's £20 more.
Well, so I don't know. I saw it for 18. What's Zelda? 50? 60.
At the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if the prices do start to tumble a little bit as we get nearer launch, because they're not RRPs set by Nintendo. They're prices set by the retailers.
Yeah,
so
apparently Argus has it for 50, so if they do, I'm sure other people drop it, and then it'll end up at $47.99. Well, but the thing about Nintendo games is they tend to keep their price. I mean, if you look at Wii U games now, they don't tend to drop in value very much.
No, it's weird, isn't it? I don't. Maybe because the install base isn't as great, so they have more longevity to their sales, possibly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Games never seem to drop, obviously, so it probably means the sell-on value is quite good as well in games like that. So therefore the price doesn't really drop. For some reason, the sell-on value is good. It's probably because they keep selling things like Mario and stuff.
Maybe, but also we can't neglect to think that the value of the pound, and we won't get too political, but that's going to have a massive effect on imports coming in, and I think that's a reason why, like Gravity Rush is pre-order for £50 still, or 45. I just think this year, with that exchange rate at the moment, I just think we're going to suffer for a little bit with high prices.
We've not even left yet.
No, I know, but the financial markets are all done on fear, and it's done on predictions, so it moves before you do anything. So
they couldn't predict anything. They couldn't. A whole bunch of muppets, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway,
that's why we're paying more for it.
Me have fun asleep talking about financial markets.
Of course, no, but I'm just saying, I think that's why the Switch has come in at a higher price than maybe what we were expecting.
No, you might be right, but it's still $299 in the US, which is still expensive. So
yeah,
and then they add shipping and tax to that, I believe, so it's even more expensive than that. It's probably more in line with us. So I think they're getting it just as bad as us, really.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of money anyway, because most people's got to buy Zelda and they're going to buy Switch, and if they want extra controllers and they want the Joy-Con charger thing, because the holder doesn't charge the controllers or something. Someone said the one that turns into a sort of pro-looking controller doesn't charge the controllers. You need to buy if you want one that charges it, you need to pay an extra £30 or something. So there's, if you want all these extras, then it's adding up. But then it always does with launches, doesn't it?
That's what I was going to say. I was quite happy to pay what I paid for PS4 Pro and a PS4. I just think when it's new bit technology and there's all these extras, I think people are happy to. The early adopters are a specific type of fan and person that will always buy what they need to get the most out of the console at launch, and the people that kind of criticize that aren't the kind of people that buy on the launch day, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Otherwise, I wasn't really. I mean, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy at all, so I can sit back and go criticise it and quite happily.
And the launch lineup if it stays as it is crap. Yeah, I won't swear because it means we'll have to be.
We've got that Switch 1, 2.
Yeah, no interest.
Bomberman, which is pretty niche, you have to say. Obviously, you've got Zelda, which is going to be the best seller by far. Skylanders Imaginators, it's coming out today. That's coming out for it at launch. What else? I don't really know.
Is it Skyrim as well? Is that a launch game?
I don't even think that's a launch game, to be honest.
Yeah, so there's very little. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty
makes you wonder why they haven't maybe put it back a couple of months to bolster the launch. But like you say, everyone's buying it for Zelda, and Zelda's one of these games that will take 40, 50 hours to finish. Do you need more than that?
Yeah, but not everyone might want Zelda.
No, but everyone that's going to be buying this will be buying Zelda.
Yeah,
I'd imagine the attach rate's going to be.
Oh yeah, you'd think the attach rate on that game would be good, but maybe there'll be a few indie gems or something, because we still don't know how online's going to work.
True, and they might do that. There's rumours of the GameCube games being added to the Nintendo store, but again, I've still got a GameCube. Why would I? I'm buying.
There's a lot of news to come still. I mean, I'm going to be interested because I own quite a lot of digital titles on the Wii U, so I'm going to be interested how that'll work, how your digital titles will work from Wii U to Switch. I mean, are they going to work and you get them for free like you do on Xbox 360, or is there going to be a fee to be able to use the games you already own? I mean, they've got to do something. They can't just charge you for them again. No way.
I bet I wouldn't be surprised if you can't carry them across. Yeah. Nintendo have always kind of done that.
Yeah, but Reggie sort of hinted that something will be announced, so hopefully it's just a sort of small fee if you want to carry them over, and if not, hopefully it's free, or hopefully if you pay for the online, you'll get your ones you own already for free. Because this other online, you've seen what they're doing with this other part of the online.
I did read about it.
Plus, but you just basically get to rent a game for a month and then they take it away again. I'm not sure about that. Especially when it's classic games as well. I mean, it's all very well for pure Nintendo fanboys who pure love all the old classics and stuff. But I mean, I don't buy a console so I can play NES and Super NES games. Not, I mean, because you could do that in the Wii U. You could do it probably in Audicons. Why do you want to keep playing these games you've probably played about 1 million times just because it's on a different system? I mean, how many times can you play these things? Why can't they just, even if they just let us rent a few indie titles or something, or a few new titles, let us try some of their new ones for a month or something. And then
we don't know yet, do we? So you can't get too, we can't get too far into it. I don't think we actually know, but
we can always speculate and moan about it. So that's something.
I'm not buying it for the online capabilities. I've got a PS4. My Switch will probably replace my Vita.
Yeah, I can't really see me paying for online on a Nintendo device, not unless it's something extra special. I mean, and then there's the other thing. The other thing about that presentation is I'm seeing the same old as far as third parties are concerned. I mean, it was almost got Wii U all over again. Where were they all? Where was Activision and EA and all that? I know EA's releasing FIFA, but don't they always? They always release a half-assed version of FIFA on the Nintendo console, and that's about all they do. And that's all they're going to do this time, I reckon.
Well, I don't think they see the value in because the install base is always a secondary console. So I'd imagine most Wii U owners would probably also own a PS4 or an Xbox One. So why bother with all the development costs of creating a FIFA game for Nintendo when they're just going to buy it on their online capable consoles anyway?
I can already see it going the same way as Vita before it's even released. Sort of ending up a sort of indie darling console.
Yeah, maybe, but then it has got the Nintendo games to back it up, and there are a few decent games coming out in the first year. And I was also really excited that there's going to be a new No More Heroes game. I love No More Heroes.
I mean, the problem with Vita, I think Vita went on to sell 40 million or something so far, so it's not done too badly, has it? And yet it's still not really got the support despite having a decent size install base like that.
No, didn't they announce that they've killed it, haven't they? They're not doing any more first-party games, are they? So
no, but even still, I mean, as a decent install base, and it never ever really got the third-party support it deserves. So if that's the case, who's going to give Nintendo Switch the third-party support? I mean, if you think about Wii, did it ever really get any EA games? It never got really much support from Rockstar or EA, did it? Even though it sold 100 odd million. So, I mean, what's...
But then that was down to the fact they couldn't just easily port a game across because the processing power was so much less. It wasn't easy for them to do, was it?
Well, it's the same with Switch. The processing power is less than the PS4 and the Xbox One. It's going to be even more less than the Pro and the Scorpio. So, I mean, it's going to be the same problem all over again. I just don't see it getting the third-party support at all, no matter how much it sells. It's not... Unless it pure goes gangbusters and gets a massive install base, which we both know it won't, then it's not going to get third-party support. So, yeah, again, it's all going to come down to Nintendo games. And in my opinion, Nintendo needs to do something different. Yeah, it's all very well releasing Zelda, which will be out day one. But then what after that? You've got this new Mario title, which looks a bit weird. And then...
yeah, I don't know, that does look weird. It reminded me of Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, and then you've got games like Sonic, I think it's called Sonic
Mania?
Sonic Mania, and then you've got obviously a Mario Kart 8 rehash, and probably plenty other rehashes, and then these sort of niche third-party titles and JRPGs. It's going to struggle, especially the price it's at, its launch lineup. It's going to struggle. It's sure, I've no doubt in my mind it'll sell out at launch. That's obvious because all the sort of hardcore's going to buy it, or just people who have games like me and you. I mean, we've both got it pre-ordered, so we can sort of say what we think about it. But after that, after the initial wave, say the first 3, 4, 5 million, after that it's going to slow right down, and I think it's going to struggle.
I agree as well. I do think it will. I think a lot of people will buy it on the initial excitement. They'll not release as many copies, as many systems, hardware out there as what they could possibly, just to make the demand higher for a bit.
I mean, there's ways they can make it not struggle. For instance, if a Pokemon or Animal Crossing games start to come out, and Monster Hunter games that really see the 3DS pure flying. I mean, if the titles that are on 3DS suddenly start coming to the Switch, then all of a sudden it might actually start to take off quite well.
Yeah, true.
Whether they're on the horizon or not, who knows?
The 3DS has always flown in Japan, but I know it has done well outside of Japan, but it's a very different market, isn't it? The handheld game to the
I wouldn't really
home
class
console.
The Switch as a handheld.
No, it's a home console.
Exactly.
So I don't think if they release one of the best-selling 3DS games on Switch, I don't think it would boost it. I think the excitement around Switch, and I explained it to Lisa, is it seems like Nintendo are going back to being a core games console rather than too much gimmick-led stuff. Now, I know 1-2 Switch, and I've seen the videos, that does look a bit...
Did you not see the people milking cows?
Yeah, that's it. And that's my one worry again with it, is it's very gimmicky. But I think it looks like you've got the console that you plug into the telly, you've got a almost old-school type controller, and there's a Zelda game and there's a Mario game, and there's none of this from the outset, waggle your hand to move your sword, or, golf putt to do this and the other. It seems like a proper game. And I think the whole excitement around the Switch is that a lot of old core Nintendo fans like myself, who fell out of love with them with gimmick gaming, can kind of see this as being, they're coming back to the standard gaming model. And I know it's slightly wrong because there is that 1-2 Switch, but I think part of it for me is hope that they're gonna service the core gamer now, and none of this naff stuff. But Zelda looks amazing.
Naff stuff, so, like 1-2 Switch and Punch, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What it's called, Punch?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was naff.
I think that's what moved me away from Nintendo to PlayStation. PlayStation catered for my needs more. I grew up as well.
Nintendo don't do enough for me in terms of new IP. I know they brought Splatoon out and they done it, and it's a huge success, so good for them, but they don't do it enough. So look at Sony, man. You just every 2 seconds there seems to be a new IP. Nintendo's perfectly capable of doing new IPs. They're perfectly capable of making them, releasing them, and them being successful. But they don't do it too often. They cling to the past too much, in my opinion. Yeah. And that's something I just think's wrong.
The biggest disappointment for me for Switch, and I can say that on this podcast, was that it wasn't like a Netflix-style subscription gaming model that would work on PS4 and Xbox. Like, if there was a Nintendo version of Netflix that you signed up for £10 a month.
Yeah, with all the old classic games.
But all the new ones as well. It's like, if they released Breath of the Wild on PS4, imagine the sales they'd get.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean, like a subscription service on any console, yeah.
It would be humongous. And pretty much everyone, even if they weren't a Nintendo fan, would sign up because it meant Nintendo games on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine them making anywhere near as much money out of their current console business as what they would make if they were to break into that kind of multi-platform market.
It's like that Super Mario Run. I mean, I think they made an absolute fortune on that. And they probably made more money on that than they did on the Wii U or something.
I bet they did, and I bet they'll make more money on that than they will on Switch as well, sadly.
And then obviously there's other mobile games coming out based on their popular franchises, like Animal Crossing and all that. So it's like...
And I wonder if they are testing the water with that kind of... I am a betting man because I bet on football, but I was going to say, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't be massively surprised if the Switch was the last kind of home console for Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't see them releasing another one, especially when this one fails.
Yeah.
Which it will do. Yeah.
Because the problem they've got is that, and this is what we talked about with Scorpio a little bit last week, the problem they've got is that Switch is, whether they like it or not, going to be seen as next gen, because you've got the Wii U, the PS4, and the Xbox One as Gen, whatever we are, 9. Switch is the first of the next one, the next generation. So as soon as PS5 comes out, or Xbox Zero, or whatever they're going to stupidly call it, it's going to be blown out of the water. But it's got its fans like me. I've pre-ordered a Nintendo Switch. I'm going to take the day off for launch day, and I'm going to sit and play Zelda all day.
Yeah, me too. So, I've pre-ordered it.
Yeah, and I'll keep it forever, probably like I have done a lot of my other Nintendo consoles, but it won't get anywhere near as much play as the PS4.
Nah, same here. I mean, I'll probably play it, but I need something that hooks me. That's the problem. I mean, like, for instance, I've been playing Stardew Valley a lot, and that's still hooking me. I just need the sort of game like that sometimes I can just sit and just do nothing.
That is what the beauty of the Switch is, and what I'm so excited about is just being able to pick it up and carry on playing when, like, I don't know, Sunday night, Lisa watches Sherlock, I'm sat playing Zelda, oh, Sherlock's on, oh, it's okay, just pick it up and carry on. Like, that seamless transition between TV and handheld, that really excites me for what the future of consoles could be.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm on the fence with it, really. I've pre-ordered it just because it's something new and it'll be nice to try it out, play Zelda. But then after that, I'll kind of look at it a bit like PlayStation VR, where once you've played that one game,
yeah.
For me, it was Job Simulator on PlayStation VR, but once you play that one game and then you look and think, oh, what am I going to play next? There's nothing there. And that's
true.
Who cares about Sky? I'm Skyrim's biggest fan, but I certainly don't care about it on Switch. I've played it on Pro, I've played it on PS3. Why do I want to play it again?
Yeah.
Just because
it's not the kind of game that you can just do quick, is it? It's like a massive investment of time.
No, and if you've played it before, and anyone who loves games like that has played it loads already, they're not going to want to play it again. I just don't see why they would. They'll buy it just because it's something new and there's not much else out for the console, but then they probably won't play it much because they've already played it tons already.
Yeah.
And it's got there's a lot of sort of rehashes, and it's I don't know. I mean, Mario Kart, is people going to play that a lot on Switch when they've already
won't
played
buy
it
it.
on the Wii U?
No.
I just don't. I'll see people buy it for the sake of having it, I think. But I can't say that loads of people go, I'm going to play that. All my time's going to spend with it. I just don't see it.
No, I agree. I don't think... Well, like I say, most people that are buying it will be buying it as a companion console to one of the other big two, I believe. I don't think anyone would be a Switch-only gamer. And most people listening to this podcast will probably side with me on that because we're all PlayStation players anyway. But I can't imagine only playing Nintendo Switch for like the next year or 2 years. Could you imagine what you're going to miss out on PlayStation?
Yeah, tons. There's a lot. I mean, Horizon's out 2 days before Switch.
Yeah, Nier Automata's out the week after, and then Persona 5 the month. That's my whole problem. I really, really want it, but then I'm so excited for these PlayStation games that they're going to be vying for my time, and and it sounds really sad, but because the PlayStation system has the trophies, I like to play my games on the PlayStation because I collect my trophies. So it's going to be tough to decide. But then, like I say, I think what will happen to me is my Vita will probably not be used for a long time because I'll game on the TV on my PS4, and then when I would be using my Vita, I'll probably be playing Switch.
Yeah. Well,
until Zelda finishes.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the future holds for Switch, I guess, won't we?
But we've both pre-ordered one.
Yeah. So that's a good start.
Gamers are going to buy it.
Some are anyway.
Yeah. Have you pre-ordered the grey or the weird choice of blue and red?
Grey. Yeah. I don't think I'd want... I mean, I'm Rangers fan, so red, white, blue, quite nice. But not... It's too weird. One or the other. I don't want both. That's just odd.
Yeah. It's an odd choice. Although I have seen some tweets of people, there's a couple of Pokemon different variants that are red and blue and this, that and the other, that it does fit with what they've done before. But
the reason
even so,
I thought they might have done it is for 2 players, so one could have the red, one could have the blue. So
but people are capable of doing that if they're both grey.
Yeah, exactly. So that was an odd choice, but maybe they've just done it so that people go, I really fancy a set, so then they go out and buy the extras so they get the set. So
yeah, maybe.
That it all seems to be they're trying to get people to spend more money this time round with all these extras they're going you can buy. So I don't know. It's a bit odd. It just seems like they're trying to fleece as much out of people as they can, to be honest.
But the launch window's the time to do it, like we were saying, because once launch has been and gone and we're in summer and there's no games coming out, it's going to be like I say, it's going to be tougher for them to sell this kind of stuff.
Anyway, let's move on. I did out today, probably by mistake. I didn't out it by mistake. It was a mistake that it got outed by me because I found that Codemasters is going to release Micro Machines on PlayStation 4.
Are they?
Yep.
What, old school style top-down
Micro Machines World Series or World Tour, I think it was called. I asked to delete it because they didn't want to announce it yet.
Oh no! So what? You can't say that on air.
Say what?
Exactly.
I can't say that. I can't say that. They asked me to delete my tweet, so I did.
Fair enough. They're going to ask us to delete this podcast.
Oh well, they can go away. We're not bound to anyone, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, no, exactly. No, but anyway, there was a little image just they tweeted out saying, showing the box art of this Micro Machine. So I don't have any details of it and so it's not like I'm going to give you all the juicy details. All I know is it's coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. So no date, no details, but we will get details soon. That's
exciting. Have you played the PlayStation game Tabletop Racing?
Yeah. But it was,
I quite enjoyed that.
No
that was
Micro
good.
Machines, or was it?
No, that's it.
So,
I did enjoy it, but I can see how Micro Machines can kind of better that and be more enjoyable.
So yeah, we'll look out for details of that soon. Hopefully.
Awesome.
Of course, I can mention it because why not? I found the image. Not my fault. They posted it out early, is it?
Any other tidbits?
News. Right, we mentioned the white PS4. There's not really a lot going around. There was some Mass Effect news, but I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. I never wrote anything down this week. I meant to do it, and then I got the cold, and I felt sorry for myself, and I never done it. So there's nothing really interesting though, because otherwise I would have remembered.
No, it was all Switch based, wasn't it? Really, it was all Switch based, which we've now talked about. So, yeah, start picking up soon. Gravity Rush 2's out on Friday.
Yeah, that should turn your world upside down, as PlayStation say.
Yeah, looking forward to it though. It'll be good, but still, like I just said earlier, I still haven't pre-ordered it just because the flipping pre-order prices are ridiculous everywhere still.
Yeah, it's the price, isn't it? It's one of these games that's probably not going to set the world on fire, but it has reviewed quite well. I believe it had 81 or 82 average on Metacritic, and that's pretty good.
It's really good, yeah. So, and I'm not surprised it's reviewing so well, because the first one was solid, especially on PS4. So,
oh yeah, the first game I really enjoyed. Actually, it was good. Sorry if I'm losing my voice. It seems to be getting worse.
That's all right. We've been chatting a while.
My voice is going, but we'll go on. And what else is coming out? Resident Evil 7 is out the week after, isn't it?
It's on the Tuesday, is it? There's weird American release
date. That's not what I'm getting, though. And there's the PlayStation 4 Platinum headset. It's coming out as well.
I looked at that and then I saw the price and was like, well, I'll keep my old, whatever the one is I've got already.
You got?
Yeah, it's the wireless one.
I've got. But I'm going to get the Platinum one just so I can review it, and then I'm going to send it back again and say I don't want it.
We won't mention where that's coming from then. But yeah, I can't see how much, like the gold one's really good. So for what is it, 120 quid?
Yeah, so this new one's basically got 3D audio, so you can tell the sound's coming from up above, down below, whatever. That's what's
made to go in line with.
So it's quite good with PlayStation VR because that supports 3D audio.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it depends on the games that support. I don't have the PlayStation VR, so it's not going to work it too much. Just maybe Uncharted 4 supports it, so I'll try it with that. There's actually a few more games coming out the week after next, or next week, the same week as Resident Evil. There's Yakuza 0 as well.
Right.
Which could be quite good. I played the Japanese demo and I thought it was alright, but I didn't really know what was going on. It was a bit confusing.
Yeah, I did
in Japanese, so I'm like,
I played Yakuza 3. I think it was on PS3. That was the one it was.
Oh, sorry, what are you saying?
I was going to say, they're good games. They're solid games, decent story, but again, they're quite big and they're very niche. So.
Yeah. And there's a few other games, Abzu, whatever that is. I don't really know what that one is.
Oh, that's the one that's like Journey, but underwater, isn't it?
And then there's Digimon World Next Order. So another new Digimon game.
Yeah.
It's always new. And Earthwalk Festival of Magic. And Tales of Berseria. Berseria? Is that how you say it? Possibly.
Something like that, yeah.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few games coming out.
Starting to pick up again now. We've got January almost out of the way. Games are starting to come out.
Yeah, and just looking, February's not bad actually. There's quite a few in February. Obviously March is when it really starts to pick up with Switch and stuff. So yeah, it's there's quite a few. Now, do we have any user questions?
I've got a couple.
Good.
So I've written them down in preparation. So we've got one from an AD Heath tends to talk to us a lot on Twitter at Demon244. He wondered what we thought of pre-order bonuses and season passes. I think we've touched upon this before in one way or another. But to kind of, if he hasn't heard, answer the question, I think both of us aren't really fans of pre-order bonuses.
No, it depends what it is, really.
But I don't know. I think it's, as a price-savvy person, for me, I'd rather save 2 or 3 quid than get a costume for the main character or whatever.
Yeah, it just depends what it is, I guess. I quite like sometimes getting the soundtrack or whatever, or a sort of cool theme or whatever.
Yeah.
If it's a
Normally
game you really, really, really like, if you got a free T-shirt or something, that's quite cool sometimes. But
but they're more for the special editions, though, aren't they? Rather than a pre-order bonus.
But pre-order bonuses is generally a skin or something, and I just think that's all of the rubbish.
Yeah, and then season passes, I don't really agree with, because, well, I think that kind of content should be part of the game and should be released.
Oh yeah, especially if they split the community, I absolutely hate that.
Yeah.
If they split the community, it's nothing worse than that. Really.
But it's become part of modern gaming now to kind of hold bits back and
although saying that, I think a lot of developers are sort of beginning to realise people don't want the community splitting or giving. I mean, Titanfall, for instance, they didn't split the community. They gave everybody got the maps, and they
and that's really commendable.
In another way, and I think that might happen. We'll see that happen quite a lot, I think, in the future, and I think they'll try and think of other ways to make money.
Yeah, I hope it does kind of go away, especially if prices are going to keep going up and up. So you don't want to spend 50 or 60 quid on a game and then shell out a load more for. Back in the days of GoldenEye, the extra levels were unlocked through your own skill and completing the game, whereas nowadays the games don't really have secrets and unlockables and costumes that you have to earn by doing specific things. You just buy them these days. It's lost that bit of magic where you'd spend 10 hours trying to do something specifically to get this extra level or whatever. Now you just put your credit card details in and pay for it. It's a bit sad, I think, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's stupid.
Yeah.
What was our question?
So we had one from Andy T. Monaghan. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Everything's beeping, sorry about that.
It's alright.
Everything's beeping. I tweeted about crunching up peanut butter clusters and everybody keeps retweeting it.
Obviously like a bit of crunching.
I've got a thing where I like new foods. Now when you see something in the shop you've never seen before, like peanut butter Oreos or a new Snickers bar or something that's just completely different from what you ever seen before, I love stuff like that.
It's like
anytime I see something new that's sweet or whatever, I'd have to just buy it to try it. I do that all the time.
Have you tried these? I've just been on your Twitter. They look tasty.
No, I haven't. I just saw it on a website. I have this website, I think that I've subscribed to the email or whatever, but I sometimes go on it. It's called Talking Retail, and it's basically, I think it's like a website for retailers so they can see new products and stuff, but I quite like it because it tells you when there's a brand new product, so you can go in there and look, and a bit like that there you can see what's coming to the shop that's new and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, that looks good.
You get excited for it. Get down there on launch day.
So yeah, I tweeted out going, oh, look at these, and everybody's like, yay, that sounds tasty.
It does, especially at the moment. I'm starving.
Oh yeah, it sounds tasty when hold on, I need to push my mute button.
Well, whilst Joe's gone, I would sing a song like he did last week, but I'm no singer. So instead, I'm going to congratulate Sam Packman, who listeners from episode 2 or 3 might remember, won £10 worth of PSN credit. He finally, well done, listened to the episode and got in touch. So the code has been DM'd to him. What would be great, Sam, would be if you could, maybe without us being cheeky, let us know what you've bought with that £10 credit. It'd be interesting to just discuss your choices. Joe's back.
I think I've finally finished choking.
I managed to keep talking for all that time.
Yeah, I heard. I could still hear. Yeah, I was just choking, that's all.
Good. I'm glad you're still alive.
Right.
That was another thing I wanted to touch upon on Twitter. Finally, Sam Packman listened. I don't know, these people that enter competitions and then don't bother listening or unfollow you.
He was hoarding them all for work. He was hoarding all the...
Fair enough. We appreciate Sam being around.
For work, so that's good. At least he listened to them all.
Exactly. So Andy T. Monaghan mentioned, and you had a chat with him about the Switch style of gameplay working for Sony with PS4 and Vita. And kind of, I think there was a bit of a Twitter conversation going on, and I just wanted to bring it up because I kind of feel that that's what Sony were trying. Sony were trying to get remote play to be that seamless jump between TV and handheld gaming, and it
never quite worked, did it?
No, because you always had to have this Wi-Fi connection, and I think that's where the Switch is great. You don't have to rely on the internet, basically. So I think if Sony could somehow get that into Vita, which they can't, they'd have to do a Vita 2. I don't think it will.
Yeah, there was a mock-up. Did you see that mock-up picture someone done of they took the blue Switch controller and the red Switch controller and put it on a Vita and wrote Vita 2 on it, and it looked better.
Great.
It looked better than the Switch did.
My worry with Switch is it's going to feel very plasticky in the hand, like the Wii U did.
Yeah, that is very plasticky. So hopefully it's sort of better built than that. But we'll see, I guess, won't we?
Yeah. Anyway, we've talked about that enough.
Yeah.
And then the last thing from Twitter I wanted to raise was Aaron Heaney at _BiscuitBase. I hope he likes that song, Buttery Biscuit Base. He tweeted us a picture of the PS4 Pro controller that he'd obviously just purchased. I retweeted some quite cool looking PS4 DualShock 4s, and he kind of got in the act and tweeted us the picture. Is it a Razer? No, it's not Razer. Nacon Revolution Pro controller. Did you see that on
Did he buy it, did he?
Yeah, I think so. And I replied I find it weird looking at that, because it just looks like an Xbox controller, but with a PS4 logo on it. And
I saw those. I wrote a story about them when they were first announced, and it just looked odd, so they did.
Yeah, it makes me feel weird inside. I don't know if I could use it. I don't like the placement of the sticks being kind of diagonal, but it's great that there's an option. But I love the DualShock 4.
How did the mashup thing go down? Did we get any comments about our mashup?
No, not really.
I saw something.
I was going to say, AD Heath again, Demon244, follow him on Twitter, did do a couple of Lego ones, Lego Skyrim or Lego GTA, but that was kind of missing the point a little bit, because you're just mashing Lego with something else rather than two games together.
Right, okay, this week then, you can tweet us. Well, I've got an idea. If you could take the best bits of every single console and put them in just one console, what would you take? You're allowed to choose how many things. 3, 5? How many can you fit in Twitter?
3, I'd say. 5 would be pushing it.
So take 3 of the things you like from every single console, put them together in one console, and let us know what 3 bits you would take. So what 3 bits would you take?
Right. Oh, God. It's tough, isn't it? Just off the top of my head like this, you put me on the spot. I'd always take the trophies from PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because I do like earning a trophy for my hard work on gaming. I'd take... I'd like it to be a handheld again that I can plug into the telly. So can I say I'd take kind of the Vita, but with an HDMI out? Can I make something up or not? I can't really, can I?
You could always take the Switch bit.
I suppose then, yeah. And then Sony first-party games. What if I could just take the Nintendo games and put them on PS4, like I mentioned earlier?
Yeah, you could do that.
That would just be perfection. That's a bit of a cop-out, but there you go.
I think I would take Sony's first-party games. I would take Nintendo's games, and I'd maybe take... I don't know, 3 things is quite hard. I'd maybe take Xbox Live, just because it's a better online system. But I don't know, because I don't really play online, so I probably wouldn't take that. I'd probably take PlayStation's user interface and the first-party games from both PlayStation and Nintendo, probably.
So basically, we both just really want Nintendo games on PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm not really that fussed about Nintendo games, to be honest, but I'm just thinking there's nothing really I'd want for Xbox that I can think of.
Well, we saw those pictures of Yost at the Nintendo event. Maybe he's there to make a cheeky offer.
Yeah, that was funny. Like somebody said, it was like espionage. So it looked like cookies.
Professor Layton style.
Taking some photos. Okay, if we had anything else to talk about, because I'm going to lose my voice in a minute.
Yeah, you sound like you're dying.
I'm alright, I'm just losing my voice. I feel alright otherwise.
One other bit of news that I read before we came online was that Switch is going to use memory cards up to 2 terabytes in size.
You're determined to talk about Switch today. Do you know how much a 500 512 gigabyte. I think I saw memory card is about £350.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Someone tweeted me going, "Oh, you can get them for 200." Yeah, so you get one for 200. How much is a 2 terabyte one going to cost you?
Yeah,
it's £600. So I think that's kind of irrelevant. That it
the point is though
much.
that it's not the same price as a Vita memory card.
Yeah, it's more expensive.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just stupid for future proof. Yeah, because these memories fly down really cheap, really quickly. So maybe in the future you'll be able to pick up 2 terabyte for £60, which is the same as kind of buying a new hard drive for your PlayStation 4. But it's going to be a long time before you can do that. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Who knows?
So what have you been playing? Anything other than Stardew Valley?
Nah. Stardew Valley's it.
Wow. You need to get a move on and start playing some other stuff.
No, but I quite like that. I don't really like anything else.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What if that comes to Switch? Else, I'd have played it. But there's nothing really. I've just played that because I've been enjoying it, and I've not really fancied playing it. Now I've played most of their games, I didn't. Like I say, last year wasn't all that for me anyway. So
you still haven't played The Bunker though, and even the guy from the studio, the CEO of the studio that made The Bunker, listened to our podcast last week and tweeted at us.
Go then.
Yeah, do it.
But I'm just saying, last year didn't really impress me, so obviously there's nothing that stands out that much, and Stardew Valley does, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'll just keep playing it until I get bored of it, and then I'll move on to something else.
Fair enough. I've played Day of the Tentacle. Is that what it's called? The PS Plus game.
Oh yeah, I played that before.
I didn't think much of it, to be honest.
Nah.
Everyone says how good it is.
When it first came out, I think I might have reviewed it or something. I didn't think it's all that though.
No. What else have I played? A bit more volume on PS Vita, and more Overcooked.
Yeah, that's good. That is right. I've just not played it for a while. The kids have all been playing their own thing, FIFA, and I don't know what he's playing. Battlefront still, I think. Travis is playing. But otherwise, I don't know. I've not really played that much, to be honest. I've just played Stardew Valley when I've had a bit of time, but I've been quite busy doing other stuff. So I've not really had a lot of time. It all comes down to time, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Because I started The Last Guardian, I've played for about 10 minutes, and then I've just been drawn back into some of the other games I'm trying to finish. So I've spent a lot of time on DOA X3, but I'm just grinding out to get the last trophy, really. I just want to clear the backlog before starting more new stuff, but it's impossible. It's an impossible task. Need Bernard's watch.
Yeah, you're right. I will. So. I think I've had enough of that case, BK more.
No.
I'm going to use my voice. We've done well, 50 minutes we've been recording for, so that's pretty good.
Especially for a quiet news week.
Yeah, I'm surprised my voice has managed to stay online.
The listeners appreciate you and the 50 minutes you've spent chatting away. I'm sure they do. Tweet us, guys, if you're still listening and you appreciate Joe fighting through the pain barrier to be on this podcast.
Yeah, there's no pain. I just can't speak. Just I've
got the pain.
I shouted the other day and I was like, "Oh, well hurt." I shouted at the dog. I shouted at something. And my throat just was like, no, I shouldn't have done that. So I need to let it rest now, I think. I already done a video today in the news and it was really hard to speak it. I sounded really croaky, so hopefully it'll feel better for tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some good gaming news as well, because I missed good gaming news. I'm sure it'll start to appear soon. It's always quiet this time of year. It'll start to pick up soon, especially with E3 coming closer, because it's getting closer now, June, isn't it? So it's a few months away. It always flies round, so it does.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be massively surprised if there's a strategic leak on March the 1st from Sony about something at E3.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if
before Switch
maybe had a reveal sooner than E3, if they maybe had a little event to talk about it, like Sony did with Pro.
Well, I think they want to take the fire out of the Switch launch a little bit. So
yeah, they will. So let's see how it all goes. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Appreciate it. Don't forget to do all that stuff I said at the beginning.
Like, subscribe.
I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah,
you know what to do by now if you're listening.
Yeah.
Listen back at
Just
the
follow
beginning
us on
if you
Twitter.
forgot. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter, _X, so that's the best place, and then you'll get all the other stuff anyway. See? Genius.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hungry. I'm losing my voice. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.